What's up everybody, Andrew here. Today I'm going to show you how I transport my kayak. One of the biggest questions is how do you transport your kayak? And in this video I'm going to show you how. So here's my truck. It's a 2019 F-150. It's got a 5.5 foot bed, so because the PA14 is so long, I got a T-bone on here. And basically what I did is I took a roof rack, because I had a roof rack on my sedan first, and then I put that on here to help it slide, because what comes on it, it's just a pool noodle and it basically fell apart. And then I just got some carpet from Home Depot, some cheap indoor outdoor carpet, and wrapped it with zip ties, and that just helps it slide on. When I built my cart, I got lucky in that the cart basically butts right up to here, and then I can just slide it on, and that's what I'm going to show you right now. So that's that, and then I can just pull it away. I've got two main tie-down points, and then one is not really securing the kayak, but it's helping. So for one, I go around the T-bar here, or the T-bone, over, under, kind of like I was doing when I had my roof rack on the on my sedan. So I'm going to do that. Three half hitches, just to help protect in case of failure. And then wrap the excess around. I've got a tie down point here, and then on the other side over there. So I take the strap, I go through that tie down point, I go under here, and I'll go across, and then when I come back I wrap it around the A-trail once, and then I tie it down on one side. Now the last tie down point is in the front. I have two tie down points in the front of the bed, and this was a bow and stern line that I would use to secure the front and the bow and the stern when I had it on my sedan. And even though those two straps are more than enough to transport it, this is just an extra security measure in the case of failure. And this goes from the tie down point, I wrap it around the front handle and to the other point. Going front to back, I'll just show you. I've got that line and it goes across. I keep the net there, I keep my drive there, I fold my rod holders in, my fish finder down. Here's the other strap going across, so it goes underneath on the bottom and then wrap through the A-trail. The seat's down, and strapped. My cooler, 30 quart angle, I made these straps for it. So they're hooked to the eye over here. The H crate is strapped down, and believe it or not, I go with my poles in the H crate. And then super important is the flag. I keep my paddle over here on the side, and these are just some straps from REI, and they work perfectly so that I can keep the paddle right there. And I do this, I fold that stuff down in the front so that I can close my topper or my bed cap. And that is how I look when I'm riding down the road. And there's only really two things that I keep in the truck cab when I'm transporting. One is the PFD, just because there's really no place to secure it on the seat, and the seat's folded down anyway. And then I take the bungee, I go in the loop, around and over, and that'll keep that down while I'm driving. So this goes in the cab, and then the power pole goes in the cab. And there's no reason that I can't leave it on, it's just that the weight is so far in the back that it's just hanging off a little bit too much, and it takes a couple seconds to put it on and off. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. So this goes in the cab along with the PFD. So hopefully that footage just came out okay. The GoPro was bouncing a lot in that I could see in the rearview mirror. But one of the things that surprised me, I was putting the poles inside the cab or in my sedan when I was going, and just they get tangled and whatnot, even in the sleeves, the handles get mixed up. And I see all these boats going around, and they've got their fishing poles in the rod holders. And I was like, why can't I do that? So, as you can see from the video, the poles, they don't move. I don't keep the socks on them because they'll blow away. But with the bungees on the H crate, they're not going to go anywhere. And even if the bungees were off, well, they're locked in there from this, but I would have to take a huge hit for those things to come out. Otherwise, they're just going to push back. And from what you saw, nothing moves. The net was backwards like this, but it's really solid. My goal was to have pretty much everything rigged up by the time I got to the water. I pull it back enough so the scuppers are right here. I pull them back probably 1.5 feet. I take the cooler off, I put the wheels in, and then I pull it off and out it goes. And it works perfectly. So that is, and then I just reverse the process. I bring the cart up to the T-bone, and I just pull it off, and I push it back in the garage. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up. And I'm working on getting comments back on the channel. I emailed YouTube a couple days ago. They just got back to me. They're gonna review the channel again, so we'll see. But see you in the next one.